Hello Gunners, welcome to another edition of the Is It Gonna Happen show. We've had some major breaking news or some doubling down on who Arsenal are going to sign out of Sesko and Gyokeres. We'll discuss it, we'll talk about it. Put your opinions down below as always in the comment section. It'll be greatly appreciated. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe and the like as well. It'll be greatly appreciated. But yeah, Gyokeres, Sesko, it's been going on for weeks now. We don't know who on earth we want to sign out of both of them. But I feel as though now this source for me is probably the best when it comes to giving a verdict on who Arsenal are actually going for. And he says it's Goldberg CFC. He's very good for Arsenal news. He said this twice now in the past week, and he never double downs on something unless it's 100% sure in terms of what he knows. He said Gyokeres is Arsenal's prime striker target. If they sign Sesko, it will only be down to Arteta getting his way. So that just goes to show Arteta wants Sesko, Arsenal are going for Gyokeres. And this is actually major. The way this is put makes a massive shift in how Arsenal are changing their approach in the transfer window. Because more times than not, Mikel Arteta got the player he wanted. For the first time, if Gyokeres is signed, and as this shows, it probably will be the case since he's the primary target, Mikel Arteta would have lost the battle with the sporting director. And many Arsenal fans have been calling for this to happen, for Arteta to finally have somebody to overpower him in the decision-making process, and it seems as though that has finally happened. Andrea Berta has won the battle of the striker. Hopefully this doesn't backfire in the future, but I'm sure I've seen the comments. A lot of you guys prefer Gyokeres. I'm Team Sesko, so I'm on Arteta's side, but we can agree to disagree. They're two very good strikers at different parts of their career, but Gyokeres for sure, one thing is he will put the ball into the back of the net, and that's what Arsenal certainly do need at the minute. And if we're going to look at his stats, because we need to talk about it, yes, we can understand that Gyokeres is the main striker target. Why? And as this sort of graphic shows, yes, he's in a weaker league, but a weaker league doesn't mean you're not going to have chances in other leagues. He's going to get chances, and Arsenal need to turn those chances we win in the final third, those high turnovers, and make them into goals. And I feel like Gyokeres will turn them into goals more than Sesko would. And that's no slight on Sesko. He's at a different part of his development, but Sesko is a bagsman in front of goal. Looking at that, he's in the top 1% in terms of non-penalty goals, top 1% in non-penalty XG in total shots. He will take many shots, and that's what we need. He's even in the top 9% of centre forward when it comes to assists. In the Champions League, Gyokeres is still very effective. So it's not just like he's going to fall off a cliff. No, he's used to the Champions League. He's used to the big games. He's used to showing what he's all about. And Arsenal Football Club require a striker of that nature who's not afraid to sort of be like, okay, I want to have the responsibility in front of goal. I'm not scared Champions League football. I'm not scared whatever I'm playing against. I want to be a competitor. And a lot of his teammates call him a competitor for that reason. Pass completion is pretty good in there. Progressive passes. He's a good carrier of the ball. What he will do for us is he will turn transitions into, from Arsenal being a mid-table team when it comes to transitions, to a top 6 team. He'll make us a killer on the break, and that's what we certainly do need. It's part of what we need. Is that enough for me to say yes, get him instead of Sesko? No, but he will make us so much better on the counter-attacks. In terms of also his interceptions, pressing has always been a question. Can he press? Yes, it's just that the sporting system isn't really wired for him to press as much as the Arsenal system would. But I'm sure he's an adaptable player. He's an animal. He wants to compete. He wants to win. So that won't be easy. But the thing that really irks me about Gyokeres is his hold-up play. He is not great at all. I'm sorry to tell you guys this. You haven't watched enough of Gyokeres if you think he's good at hold-up play. This guy struggles with contact at his back. Say a ball's coming into his chest and a defender puts a little bit of pressure on him. That ball, that touch is going 20 meters in front of him. And that's just the player he is. He's just more natural when the game is in front of him than when he is facing backwards to the game. He needs to be able to see what's in front of him, the ball coming to him on the break, him receiving it on the wing and seeing what's in front of him. But any back to goal play, he's not good. And hence why his aerials, he's in the bottom 80, he's in the bottom 16% of strikers when it comes to aerial duels won. And Arsenal, I'm sorry to say this, we play a lot of long balls into our striker. Havertz wins them most of the time. He allows us to play in and around him. Gyokeres, it will be different. But then again, devil's advocate, you can be like, we need a different profile. We don't need somebody of the same mold of a Havertz who can win those aerial duels. We just need a killer. And Gyokeres for sure is a killer. He'll score goals. Can I categorically tell you Arsenal signing Gyokeres will win us the Premier League? No, I'm sorry. I cannot categorically say that. Can I say that with Sesko? I can't say that now, but I will say in 2 years' time, he would. Can't say now he would, but in 2 years he would. I can't say Gyokeres categorically at any point in his career would guarantee make Arsenal title challenges there and then if he's signed. And that is the simple nature of it. I'm sorry, but that is the truth in terms of player profile he is. He can score us more goals, but him alone as the main guy up top, will he take us to the glory? No. Let's now look at Sesko in terms of his stats. Obviously a harder league, but look at that. Aerials 1, better. Successful take-ons, very good as well. Progressive carry is very good as well. Even his non-penalty XG and non-penalty goals for the league he's in, it's very, very good. Pass completion isn't the best. Gyokeres is better at in terms of if he's on the wing, can he play a pass forward better than Sesko? Yes. Can he do a switch better than Sesko? Yes. Can he link better than Sesko? That's where the problem lies. So there's so many things with this decision making. I can see why Arteta wants Sesko, because he can look at Sesko and say, yes, there will be a point in time in your Arsenal career that your goals, your way of playing will take us to the title. With Gyokeres, you cannot categorically say that. I'm not saying Gyokeres is a bad player, by the way. It just is the way it is. And in terms of his goals, I feel like you can criticize Gyokeres, but like I've said many times in this video already, he's a killer. 52 goals in 49 games is no Mickey Mouse thing. That is real. He can be a goal scorer of that magnitude. In the Premier League, is he going to score 30? No. Is he going to score 20? Probably. Is he going to score more around the 15 to 16, 17 mark? I think so. I feel like Gyokeres is a 16, 17 goal a season striker. Whether that's enough for Arsenal depends on the winger signing. That's how I see it. But he is scoring season on season on season, and he's scoring more goals season on season on season. So this is a player you can improve, and under Mikel Arteta, we've seen him make Mikel Merino a bagsman. So it's really disrespectful to say he wouldn't make Gyokeres twice what Merino is. I don't want to be disrespectful to Gyokeres, but it needs to be thought about carefully. And it seems as though it has, and Bert has got his wish because he loves Gyokeres, and Arteta, he can probably work his magic with this profile. And if we look at it now, Gyokeres, Saka, and a left winger has to come in. We cannot be running into next season with a Trossard, with a Martinelli, with Gyokeres, Saka. That is not enough. It is not enough, Arsenal Football Club, to go into a season with the same winger options that we had and just Gyokeres as our main attacking signing. That would be appalling. That would really, 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 really annoy me. And I rarely get annoyed with the Arsenal Arteta, what we do. But that would really tip me over the edge in terms of that is just incompetence. You cannot go into next season with just a centre-forward signing. You need a winger of some sort of stature, a Rodrigo, a Leao, a Gittins, a Nico Williams. There's many different profiles that could improve us. But instantly, Gyokeres does make us more like killers in front of goal. And to be fair, that's what Arsenal need. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. But until next time, peace.